The movie we'll be covering today is a treat for the horror genre fan, so don't get spooked and let's talk about it. The name of the movie is Longlegs. It's a 2024 American horror thriller movie directed and also written by Osgood Perkins. The film stars Nicolas Cage and Maika Monroe, and the cast also includes Blair Underwood, Alicia Witt, Michelle Choi Lee, and Dakota Dobley in the categories of film's supporting roles. The movie is about an FBI agent who has been tasked to track down a serial killer who is also an occultist and has been murdering countless families across the country without having been physically present in the crimes. The movie was released in the US on the 12th of July 2024 and has been receiving a lot of positive reviews from the critics. The movie has a running time of 1 hour and 41 minutes. The movie begins by showing a little girl in the 1970s who has a Polaroid camera and is following a mysterious voice at the rear of her house where an unstable pale man draws near her. The man appears to have had some deformity caused by surgeries and then tells her why he is wearing his long legs. Longlegs, the villain, is played by Nicolas Cage. He then wishes the little girl a happy birthday. Then we are taken to the 1990s, where a newly recruited FBI agent, Lee Harker, played by Maika Monroe, displays baffling intuition in the field on the case that she is working on. Then she gets a reputation of being a clairvoyant and everyone is full of praises. The department then assigns her a decade-spanning case of a series of brutal murders involving suicides, involving multiple families throughout the state of Oregon. The tricky situation involving each case is the father murders the wife and the children and then takes his own life, and at each of the crime scenes there is a letter of cryptic satanic coding with the signed Longlegs. Now the problem is that none of the victims had that handwriting and neither there is forensic evidence of any home invasion or involvement from someone outside. Lee quickly figures out that there is a pattern behind these crimes. When then she begins her assessment, all the families had one 9-year-old daughter born on the 14th of the month and all the murders took place 6 days before or after the birthday. When viewing this on the linear calendar, the dates on the murders formed by the occult symbol of an inverted triangle with one date missing to complete the whole shape. Then Lee and her supervisor Carter, played by Blair Underwood, discovered a doll buried beneath one of those crime scenes, and inside the head of the doll they find a strange metal orb. Lee glimpses violent psychic flashes when they interact with it. Carter then becomes a bit skeptical, but Lee makes out a theory that each family received a similar doll from Longlegs and there was some sort of evil energy that could possess and influence those near it. Carter feels a bit concerned that Lee is connected to Longlegs after getting these hints from her. While visiting her mother, Ruth, played by Alicia Witt, she doesn't seem to remember any memory of Lee's 9th birthday. Lee then finds a chest in her child bedroom which contains a stack of Polaroids. Among those, she finds a picture of a pale-faced man which reveals that she was the girl from the introduction of the movie. We then come to know that she was visited by Longlegs years ago. She gives the picture so the FBI could track him down and arrest this criminal. Lee realizes the missing date on the inverted triangle is the day, so she feels that Longlegs may have an accomplice. When interrogating the man, he tells him that he only serves to the man downstairs. He also tells Lee to question her mother's involvement in those crimes, yelling "Hail Satan" before purposely slamming his face and his jaw into the metal table over and over again till he finally kills himself. They then drive back to her mother's home so they can get a hold of her for questioning. Lee sees her mother murdering her superior with a shotgun. Ruth then shoots the head of the doll, resembling her childhood, which leaves Lee to lose consciousness. It is then revealed that Ruth was Longlegs' accomplice all along, ever since Lee's encounter with him many years ago. Longlegs had returned later that night to attack and overpower Ruth, forcing her to make a choice: either her daughter gets murdered or she becomes a part of the ritual so she could be spared. She agreed, so that made Lee to be the missing birthday on the triangle. Longlegs lived in the Harker house basement ever since, making dolls that he would infuse with his satanic magic. Ruth used to pose as a nun, delivering a gift from the church so that the dolls could be with the families. Lee's doll was guiding her with the satanic influence of Longlegs since childhood, which gave her that sixth sense. After a while, Lee awakens in the basement and answers the phone, to which she hears a demonic voice telling her that she's late for Ruby's party. She then realizes that Agent Carter's daughter, Ruby, has her 9th birthday on that day and the death of the Carters would complete the triangle. Lee then rushes to intervene and then she finds that Ruth had already delivered the doll to the family, who are all possessed. Carter murders his wife. Lee grabs a hold of Ruby so she can protect her and shoots Carter. Ruth swings a dagger and Lee is then forced to shoot her mother, which leaves her dead. Lee then makes a final attempt to shoot the doll's head. For some unknown reason, the gun doesn't fire. Lee then tells Carter's daughter Ruby that they need to leave, but they remain frozen in place, trying to make sense of what's happening in their surrounding. Then they are staring downwards at the doll. The voice of the Longlegs begins singing Happy Birthday. The cinematography of the movie was top-notch, and Andres Arochi gets the credit for doing a fine job with that. The visual effects were highly captivating, so it's hard to find any faults in the movie. Silgi, an alias for Elvis Perkins, created the soundtrack of the film. The soundtrack was released on the 12th of July. The music and the cinematography play a huge role in the horror thriller genre. The aesthetics were awesome. In fact, given that it would be a great film to be qualified for this genre, the storyline reminded me of the Zodiac Killer, but not just because of the little clues left by the villain, but also because of the grim and suspenseful tone of the movie. So from the very beginning to the end, you are hooked to it. The acting done by Nicolas Cage was superb, and we finally got to see Nicolas Cage in a horror thriller as a villain when we thought his days were over. The cast was also well picked by the filmmakers as the roles suited them well. It has been a long time since we have seen a proper horror thriller film, and this one seems to fit the bill. The film has received a great 87% on Rotten Tomatoes while getting a decent score of 77 out of 100 on Metacritic, which shows the movie buffs how good the movie is and what could be expected of a film that stars a great actor like Nicolas Cage. The movie made over $28 million domestically, $2 million from other markets in the first 5 days of its release, and made a total of $30 million globally. The movie doesn't disappoint. It has the perfect blend of a serial killer and demonism all wrapped into one. So this movie is a must-watch for the crime genre fans, the horror genre fans, and also the Nick Cage fans, whose performance was, as usual, unpredictable and just awesome. So take it from me, give it a watch. That's it, folks. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel to watch the latest and exclusive movie reviews. If you have any requests, thoughts, or recommendations for movie reviews, just drop them below in the comment section, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.